This is a video about permutations and combinations synopsis. It starts with the basic idea, which is the fundamental principle of counting, which has a product rule which says if a task A can be completed in m ways and another task B can be completed in n ways, then both the tasks can be completed in m into n ways. There is one more rule called as the sum rule, which says if task A can be completed in m ways and another task B can be completed in n ways, then either of the tasks can be completed in m into n ways. Let's take an example. Four digit numbers are to be formed using the digits 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have to find the number of such numbers, where we have three sub questions. In the first case, repetitions is not allowed. Second case, repetition is allowed. And in the third case, at least one digit is repeated. Now, as we know, 0 will not be at the left, because if we have 0 at the left, we won't get a 4-digit number. 0 in the left is not counted. So if you have 0 in the initial position, it will become a 3-digit number. So we cannot take 0 at the left place. So since the repetition is not allowed, so number can be, for the first place, if there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers, but still, as I told you, 0 cannot be taken, so there are 5 chances. One number is already taken, so here we have any number other than this number, so again 5 chances. 1 less, 4 chances. 1 less again for the fourth place, 3 chances. So when you multiply, you will be having 300 chances. Similarly, for the second case, repetition is allowed, but still we cannot take 0 in the first place, so this will be 5. And all the other numbers where we can repeat, so all the chances are 6. So when you multiply, the answer will be 1080. And for the third one, number of numbers with at least one digit repeated is nothing but total number of numbers, total chances, where we have to subtract number of numbers with no repetitions. We have both the answers here, so just subtract to get the answer 780. Next idea is permutation and arrangement. The meaning of the word permutation is the arrangement, while arranging objects, the order of their appearance becomes paramount. Next concept is line permutation. So if there are n different objects, then all or few of them can be arranged in a line with or without repetition as follows. So taking R, where R lies between 0 and n, with repetition it can be done in n to the power R ways, and without repetition it can be done in P of nr or npr, where npr is given by the formula n factorial by n minus r factorial. So this is one of the basic important formula. Now the arrangement of n different objects. With repetition, n different objects can be arranged in a line in n to the power n ways. Without repetition, n different objects can be arranged in a line in n factorial ways. And the arrangement of n similar objects. This can be arranged in npr by n factorial ways. If p objects are alike, q objects are alike, and r objects are alike, then p plus q plus r, that will be equal to n. Then they can be arranged in a line in n factorial by phi factorial into q factorial into r factorial ways. The idea is very simple. If a number is repeated, we have to divide its factorial. So how many times it is repeated, that should be divided with a factorial. There is one more concept called as circular permutation. If there are n different objects, then all or few of them can be arranged around a loop as follows. Taking R, where R lies between 0 and n, without repetition it can be done in npr divided by r ways, where clockwise and anti-clockwise orders are treated as different arrangements. Whereas if you take without repetition, and if clockwise and anti-clockwise orders are treated as same, then the chance will be half into NPR by R. So we should be very careful while choosing. If clockwise and anti-clockwise are different, then this will be the formula. If they're same, then this will be the formula. If positions are marked, then circular arrangement should be treated as a line arrangement. If positions is marked, we have to start from here or there, then we should treat it as the line arrangement. Let me take an example. If there are two girls and one boy sitting in a round table, then how many ways can they sit? Now, let the girls be, we will take them as A and B, and let the boy be C. Now AB can sit together. If AB can sit together like this, then C can sit to the side of A, and we know that sitting the side of A is also sitting to the side of B. So there is only one chance where they can sit like this. Whereas if A and B sit separately, that means C must be in between A and B. Again, there is only one chance where they can sit like this. So total there are two chances only. Now if I use the formula for this, so here n is 3, r is also 3, so number of ways will be 3 factorial by 3 minus 3 factorial, which is 0 factorial, by 3 according to the formula which I have given. So when you simplify, you get the same answer. So it verifies the formula as well as the analytical method. Now the next concept is combination and selection. Now the meaning of the word combination is the selection. While selecting objects, the order of appearance is not considered. If there are n different objects, then all or few of them can be selected with or without repetition as follows. Now selection of n distinct objects is with repetition, then it can be selected in n plus r minus 1 CR ways, or without repetition, it can be selected in NCR, where NCR is given by the formula n factorial by r factorial into n minus r factorial. Now we should note this. NCR and NCn minus r both are same. That means selection of r objects or rejection of the other objects other than n both are same. NCR plus NCR minus 1 is always equal to n plus 1 CR. This is one of the important formula in combination. NC1 plus NC2 etc. NCn, that will be always equal to 2 power n minus 1. NPR is always equal to r factorial into NCR. Now there is one more concept called as group formation. The total number of ways of dividing m plus n different things into two groups of m and n items respectively is given by m plus n Cn, which is nothing but the formula m plus n factorial by m factorial into n factorial. The total number of ways of dividing two n different things into two groups of n items in each group respectively is given by 2n Cn divided by 2 factorial. The total number of ways of dividing m plus n plus p different things into three unequal groups m, n and p is given by m plus n plus p whole factorial divided by m factorial into n factorial into p factorial. These formulae will help you while solving some of the problems. So if you like the video, please hit like, share with the friends and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.